Tonight, Tony Curtis, Matthew Lillard, Rock legend Patti Smith, and Washington legend Bill Clinton with Andy Richter and the Max Weinberg 7. Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We have what I guarantee is going to be an amazing show. A few people tonight. Ow! It's not worthy of that, but it's going to be pretty good tonight. And a lot to talk about. I don't know, who here saw any of the State of the Union address last night? All right. Is that what you did when you were watching it? Pretty odd. I don't know. I thought, for the most part, pretty routine, but there was something very strange. At one point during his speech, I don't know if anybody caught this, but the newspaper's talking about it today, President Clinton looked up at Hillary and he mouthed the words, "I love you." Did you see that? He did that. He mouthed the words, "I love you," which is fine, but then he did the same thing to 4 other women. Creeped me out a little bit. I didn't think that was right. And on the subject, Monica Lewinsky's in the news. The other day at an airport, Monica Lewinsky apparently told a fan that she doesn't give autographs because she's famous for the wrong reasons. Yeah, although Monica did offer to give the fan oral sex. Which... Now I'm a fan, yeah.
The weirdest thing about that is the word fan.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I love what you do.
Lewinsky fan.
I love what you do, yeah.
Of all your albums.
And the way you do it. Cindy Crawford's in the news. I don't know if you know this. Yesterday, Cindy Crawford and her husband announced that they're expecting a baby. That's right. The father said he doesn't care if it's a boy or a girl. He's just happy he gets to have sex with Cindy Crawford. It's a nice little announcement to put out. And then last thing I'll mention, I'm going to close tonight on a little fun fact for you to tell your friends. According to a recent statistic, Americans use 200 billion Kleenex a year. Amazing, right? 200 billion Kleenex a year. That's right. Yeah, that number would be a lot higher, but technically, George Michael is British. Always my favorite crowd response, horror turning into acceptance. The hell is that? Make up your mind. All right, let's talk about tonight's show. Huge show tonight, folks. We're thrilled. A legend is with us this evening. This guy is in maybe 2 or 3 of my favorite movies of all time. Tony Curtis is on the show. Big fan of his. Just met him out in the hallway. Really thrilling to have him here. We also have from the new movie, She's All That, Mathew Lillard is on the show. He's that new breed of actor. And then really an amazing lineup tonight because at the end of our program this evening, rock legend and author Patti Smith is going to be here. Technically too much snow. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Max Weinberg and his assembled Max Weinberg. So Max. Conan. Max Weinberg 7. Andy, what's going on?
Lot of show tonight.
Big show tonight. Did you watch the State of the Union address?
Yeah, I did. It's kind of amazing, you know, like it's the surplus of money and, you know, the lowest unemployment rate, and let's impeach him. You know, it's sort of contradictory, I thought.
Wow, a real opinion.
Well, sorry.
From someone on TV.
Yeah,
We're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta, no, I thought it was pretty amazing. It was a very strange night. I mean, let's face it, it was one of the strangest nights in American political history. President Clinton gave his State of the Union address from the floor of the House of Representatives, where he'd been impeached just a month ago. And at the same time, he's addressing the same senators who were sitting in judgment of him during his impeachment trial, which makes it doubly weird.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of them that are just sitting like this through the whole thing.
Right.
They can't clap or they look like hypocrites.
Yeah.
And he's going out of his way to mention stuff that they've got to love. So the whole thing was very strange. And we thought, we got to talk about this tonight. And what better way to do it than to have more in our continuing coverage of the president in crisis. Begley Jr. will testify. My belief. Now, there's a lot to discuss here, folks, so let's get started by talking to the man at the center of it all. Please welcome, live via satellite, I don't know how we get these interviews, President Bill Clinton. Oh, good to see you there. Good to see you, Mr. President. How are you?
Oh, baby, I smoked them, baby. I rocked and rolled them. Rock and roll.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. That's, you did, I thought you did pretty well last night. I thought a lot of people thought you did pretty well.
Man.
But you got to admit.
Republicans, man, they toast, baby.
Yeah,
I smoked them, they're toast. Put some butter on them and eat them off a hooker's ass.
Never heard that phrase before, sir. But it's very colorful.
Thank you.
And it sounds delicious. All right. But the truth is,
try it sometime.
Sir, the truth is, you did get kind of a chilly reception from the Republicans who were watching the speech last night.
Yeah, I know. Here's the point. Even with the Republicans icing me, I still rock, baby.
You did rock, yeah.
Conan, 95 applause breaks, man. And you know why, Conan?
Why?
Because the State of the Union is strong.
It is strong, sir. Yeah, it is strong.
Whatever, man. See, it's all in the delivery, man. You can make anybody applaud, even if they don't buy what you're saying. It's all in the delivery. Let me show you. The state of my marriage is strong.
Amazing.
The state of Conan O'Brien's haircut is strong.
Right.
Man, they'll go for anything, man. The state of Shabba Dabba Dooba Dabba is Dabba-Doo.
That's amazing. You can't stop yourself. Well, let's talk about the content of your speech, all right? Now, you have a plan to save Social Security by investing billions of dollars. Now, isn't that kind of a big gamble?
Yeah, but Conan, it's a risk worth taking. This strategy will guarantee adequate Social Security benefits for future generations of America's elderly as long as the Broncos cover the spread. Hear that, Elway? I'm counting on you, man.
Yeah, but, sir, like I'm saying, it sounds pretty risky. Now, I think a better plan is the cigarette tax. Now, why don't you explain the cigarette tax to us?
Cigarette tax. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to increase the tax on a pack of cigarettes by 55 cents. Cigars we're going to leave alone.
All right. Sounds fine. Now, sir, let's talk about the speech. During your speech, you acknowledged some real American heroes in the audience, people that you had invited. Now, that was a real highlight. People love it when you do that. There was a teacher there. There was a Vietnamese immigrant. You had a war hero.
Yeah. Them there were all Hillary's choices. I wanted some other people, man. I heard about this one lady in Baltimore who can shoot a coconut out of her privates at 90 miles an hour. Conan, she's got the speed and the accuracy of Dan Marino.
That's all right, sir. That's maybe next year, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to see. All right.
That's
well,
why you can't impeach me.
Yeah, okay. Well,
see, leave them wanting more.
yeah. Why don't we, in the interest of fairness, do something now what we're going to do right now is we're going to offer equal time to the opposition. We're going to hear a Republican take on last night's speech, because that's only fair. We've heard from the president. So let's get Senator Phil Graham in here.
Okay.
Good to have you. Welcome, Senator Graham.
Hello, Conan.
Now, Senator, I thought the president did. You can close your mouth, sir, when I'm talking. I thought the president did pretty well last night, considering, you know. You don't think so? You disagree?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't do well.
No, he didn't, and he's gotta go.
That's crazy, sir. And wait a minute. You know, the fact is, he was saying the State of the Union is strong, and a lot of people agree with that.
No, it ain't. The State of the Union is weak. It's in disarray. The Chicago Bulls are all breaking up all over the place everywhere. President's doing nothing about it.
What does that have to do?
The country's all ruined. Good Morning America's a shambles. There's no more Jewish feller Jerry Seinfeld. That NYPD blue guy done died. Now we got Ricky Schroeder.
Well, all right,
The
sir.
Mayor Tyler Moore and wrote a reunion show that we was promised mysteriously went away.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Where'd that go?
All right, that's weird and idiotic.
President turned me into a big turtle.
No, he did not turn you into a turtle. What are you talking
He
about?
took my chin away.
He didn't take your chin away. You never had a chin. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he did.
No, all right. Phil Graham, everybody.
You
You're you didn't take his chin away.
I don't think you can do that.
You know what we got to do? We got to talk to a neutral observer in this whole thing and see what he thought. He was there in the gallery last night watching the whole thing. Please welcome Sammy Sosa, everybody. He'll tell us what's going on.
Hey, Al.
Sammy, nice to have you here. Now, Sammy, tell us, what did you think of the speech?
I think he done good. The speech, he was good. They treat me good. They give me a lobster. He was good. He was good.
That's
he was all
good. That's cracking you up, isn't it? Yeah, all right.
Was delicious.
So, Sammy, you trust the president? Do you think the president's a role model?
Oh, no, he's a poon hound. Everybody know that. He like a poon, but he was good.
Okay, that's something. Yeah, that's
Oh, all right, Sammy, there's more lobsters for you over in the pot.
That's great, sir. Yeah. Sir, look, this is a bit of a problem here. Even Sammy Sosa, who's a pretty nice guy, even he's critical of you. What's going on?
Conan, there's only one person's opinion that I care about, and our relationship just keeps getting stronger and stronger as this whole situation gets more and more difficult. It's a relationship, Conan, that's based on trust and mutual respect. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Flint.
Wait a minute. Larry Flint?
Tell him the latest stuff you dug up, Larry. Tell him how we got everybody by the short and curlies.
This new stuff I've got blows the other stuff away. I'm talking about photos. I've got Senator Orrin Hatch French kissing a pig.
That's right.
Check this out. I've got Barney Frank with a woman.
Oh, wow.
I've got Al Gore making sweet robot love with a vending machine.
Wow.
He's on our side.
I've got Strom Thurmond getting it on with Robert E. Lee behind a rock at the Battle of Gettysburg.
All right, get Dole in there.
Yeah, I guess he's
good.
Yeah, he's really
Conan,
good.
he's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Got even the rarest thing imaginable. I've got photos of Bill and Hillary having sex.
Man,
That's impossible to get a hold of.
that takes me back, man. I'd like to see that.
All right, well, I don't want to see that, all right? We're going to take a break. Thanks for being here, guys. When we come back, Tony Curtis is going to join us. My first guest tonight is nothing short of a Hollywood legend. He's appeared in over 60 films, including the classic Spartacus, Some Like It Hot, and The Sweet Smell of Success. Please welcome Tony Curtis. a seat there, Tony.
Thank you.
You just ate up 40 minutes of the show dancing.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, big thrill to meet you. I hadn't met you before.
No, we've
So
not met before.
it was really fun to go back in the hallway and see you and to have you on the program
it was
tonight.
nice.
And also, congratulations are in order.
Thank
you got
you.
married pretty
I got
recently.
married 63 days ago.
63 that you're counting the days.
Yes.
Not a good sign. Yeah. This is woman Jill Vandenberg, is that right?
Yes, I took the 5th.
You took the okay.
Yes, she's my 5th wife.
Oh. I bet the other 4 love that joke. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I love it when he does that. She's 28 years old.
Yes.
Bit of an age gap here, which I think is cool.
What kind of a gap?
There's no gap at all. No. 30.
You mean in our ages?
No. I mean, yeah, that's what I meant.
That's what you meant. I'm 73, she's 28.
Yeah, I think that's...
When I was in England a year ago, the English are clever, the newspaper people. You know, they try to flip you here and flip you there, but they... Anyway, this guy comes up to me, he says, I understand you're going with a 27-year-old beautiful girl. I said, I am. And he said, how old are you? I said, I'm 72. Well, don't you think it's a problem? I said, well, what kind of a problem could it be? He says, well, you know, I mean, isn't it dangerous? Dangerous? How dangerous can it be? He says, well, you know, making love to a 27-year-old girl. I said, if she dies, she dies then.
We have a picture of her here.
It's an old joke, but it's...
I like it. Look at this picture. This woman is 9 feet tall.
9.
Yes, she is.
God bless her.
She is
She is so beautiful.
she's extremely beautiful.
Beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Really, I'm very happy.
You met her?
We met her at a I met her at a party, and you couldn't miss her.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, she's
I'm really lucky. You know, let me tell you, my friend, she's a beautiful and lovely person, and we've got a wonderful life together.
Have you thought about? There's a trend lately. Tony Randall got married. He just had a baby. He's had 2 babies now. I think Larry King got married, and he's going to have a baby. You think you're going to do that? You're going to have a baby?
No, I'm going to get a new car.
I hear that's easier.
Yeah, no, I'm getting a brand new Trans Am.
That's it?
In the color
That's the
I want.
extent of it?
Really.
I've
got 6 children. I've got 6 grandchildren. In a peculiar way, I feel I've paid my debt to society. You know?
Right.
They're lovely children. They're lovely people. They're anyway.
Yeah.
After all, each one of us has got a mommy, you know.
Yeah. I was curious about, you've done so many great films, and we were watching a bunch today, actually, in prep. You know, we should have been working, but instead I just said, I just want to watch some of my favorite, Some Like It Hot, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Thank you.
And we're watching a bunch of your films today, and then it occurs to me that one of my favorite appearances of yours in the popular culture is when you appeared on the Flintstones. I don't know if this was your voice or not, but
No, it was me.
Stony Curtis. Remember when Fred Flintstone hooked up with Stony Curtis? You have an ad of that?
Yeah,
There he is.
Yeah, that was my voice.
And I remembered, I saw that first, because I saw that when I was a kid. And then when I started to see you in movies and things, I thought, I wonder if that guy's any relation to Stony Curtis. Because I'm an idiot. You did another movie, Spartacus. Yeah, was that a fun movie to do? Because I think still holds the record for the most extras used.
Oh, my
and it
God.
took forever to shoot.
Forever to shoot. We worked hard. And the way they organized it for me was I was able to do that film Kirk Douglas convinced me I would work 2 weeks on the movie, and that would be one of my commitments to Universal.
Right.
So, you know, Conan, that's a good idea to get rid of a commitment. All right, so I get on it, and I'm on it 9 months. And I'm sitting on the back lot with Gene Simmons next to me in one of those, you know, seats with your name on the back of it.
Oh, the little, movie star chairs,
right. We're sitting there together, and we're looking at, there are thousands of extras running around down below and fighting and fighting. And I looked at her, and I said to her, I said, who do you have to get off this picture? If you know it or you don't know it, that's an old Hollywood story, an old Hollywood joke, you know.
Yeah.
Except it's...
And that's an old phrase, too, that you don't hear a lot on television.
No, not too often.
Thank you, Tony.
Please. It's the least I could do.
Yeah. I did want to say, you know, that I did want to say...
a couple of others, if you'd like.
Oh, really? Let's go, sailor. You know...
Would you like another story?
Yeah. If you could clean it up a little bit, sure.
Yeah, I'll clean it up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you got a story for us?
I did a movie called Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe, and we were getting fitted for the dressing.
Yeah. Thanks. Where, by the way, you made a great looking woman, I thought.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, very attractive
I know a lot
woman.
of guys thought so. But I was not promiscuous.
Right, okay.
Ori Kelly, one of the great dress designers, was going to make the dresses for Marilyn. And Jack Lemmon and I had to go to Western Costume to pick out old dresses of old stars. And there they put me in the one for Loretta Young. And then there was, Ann Baxter. And I went to Billy Wilde. I said, Billy, these dresses look horrible on me. The waist is up here. The length of it is not good. Can't we get Ori Kelly to make the dresses for Jack and me? He says, okay, go ahead.
Specifically fit to you guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. So the three of us had our dresses made in Some Like It Hot by Ori Kelly. And the first one he measured was Jack Lemmon. And he had somebody with him who was taking the measurements. So we were standing there, and he took his tape, and he went and put it around Jack Lemmon's waist. He said 34, 47, 39 and a half, 18 and a quarter, 15 and 6. And he finished it with Jack, and then he came and he saw me. That same day, yes, and he measured me the same way. He stood up above me. He said, shoulders are 34, waist is 29, 15, 37, 88, 96, 4, 2, took the measurements perfectly. The next day, he took Marilyn Monroe's measurements, and he was there taking the measurements. This guy was writing down these numbers, and he measured her waist and said 29, then measured her bottom and looked up at her, and he said, you know, Tony Curtis has got a better looking ass than you.
You'll go down and...
She got up, opened a blouse, and said he doesn't have tits like these. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're sorry? That is...
Conan and Conan.
Anytime you want to come here and be that funny, you're more than welcome.
But, you know,
here-
for me, my dear friends,
Yeah.
it is life. It's the truth. It's the stuff that
Sure.
happened.
Don't worry. We'll
And
clean it up. This tonight's show will be on Cinemax. Yeah, we'll show it. We'll find an appropriate venue. You're here promoting something, private screenings.
Yes.
Tony Curtis, which is great because you give a lot of in-depth stories, and people should get that. It premieres January 26th at 8 o'clock p.m. on Turner Classic Movies. Tony,
we were able to fit together lines in movies with the actual experience.
that's right. You get to watch some of the
Well,
movie
it
and
means a
then
lot
see
to me,
you.
you know, to have a company like that do a biography of me.
Oh yeah, this is great. You know what?
Conan, I
This
got a
is-
feeling I gotta go.
Oh yeah, no, they gave me the little sign that said we're running short on time about 8 minutes ago, but it was worth it.
Did we?
Definitely worth it because it was a thrill having you here. I hope you can come back. Can you do that for
I can.
Tony Curtis?
Please.
Everybody, thank you. No, that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. Believe me. All right, everybody, we're back. Matthew Lillard's going to be out in just a moment, but first, President Clinton's State of the Union address, which we talked about earlier this evening, it got worldwide coverage last night. People all over the globe followed the whole Monica Lewinsky affair, and they've been watching the impeachment hearings, and now everyone, not just Americans, wanted to hear what the president was going to say in his address to the nation last night. In fact, the Spanish television network Telemundo even interrupted their soccer coverage to report on the event. We have the footage. Take a look.
Ayer por la noche, el presidente de los Estados Unidos, Bill Clinton, pronunció su discurso sobre el estado de la Unión ante una nación ansiosa. Jueces del Tribunal Supremo, así como miembros del gabinete del presidente, presenciaron el discurso. En una ocasión, Clinton se apartó de los temas del discurso para agradecer a su esposa Hillary la fortaleza y el apoyo que le brindó durante los turbulentos últimos 12 meses. Y elogió también al vicepresidente Gore.
I'd rather watch it that way, frankly. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, Matthew Lillard's going to join us. Patti Smith after that. Stick around. We're back. My next guest has appeared in the film Serial Mom and Hackers. He's also one of the killers in Scream. Starting next Friday, he can be seen in the new film She's All That. Please welcome Matthew Lillard. Yeah, there's a theme tonight. I've noticed that both you and Tony Curtis have come out kind of bopping to the beat.
A little shaking coming across, yeah.
That's what the show should become,
A little
in my
action,
belief.
a little action, throw a little action in the mix.
No more celebrity interviews, just a dance jam the whole time. Okay, I don't want to see that.
No.
Stop doing that. I have a taser under the desk, which I will use on you.
Please don't.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fantastic, sir. How are you?
You just, I'm good. You had a vacation recently? You spent some time in Europe? Is that right?
I did, yeah. I spent a month. One of my friends got married in Italy, so me and like 5 of my friends took off and kind of cruised through Italy for a month. That's not bad. That's a nice vacation.
No, that would be under good, I think.
Yeah, that would be, yeah. Definitely
If you're going to make categories,
yeah.
I'd put that under good.
I felt hopelessly in love with a woman.
Did you seriously?
Which was fantastic.
I've always dreamed of, like,
Isn't that
I'd go to Europe and, yeah, you see a woman or something. Who was this woman?
She came with us, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
She came with
she was
you.
like a friend.
Oh, I
and then
thought
we
you meant
went.
like a girl carrying a water bucket.
Yeah. No. Bring her home.
I don't speak English, but... No?
No.
Nothing like that?
No. Nothing like that.
So you brought the girl with you.
She came with, and then we kind
You
of
fell in love.
sparked, and then
Did your hands touch and some of you both reached for the same
something
thing?
like
and then
that.
You looked at each other and you knew?
Pretty much. It was a little storybook.
Okay.
It was a little story. And now her mom and dad are, I'm sure, at home frightened. Because, I mean, there's a lot of stigmas being an actor, going out with an actor, falling in love with an actor. It's probably not the wisest choice in the entire world.
Come on. No, you guys are stable,
Yeah.
Never heard of any trouble with young actors?
Actors in Hollywood.
Johnny Depp? No. Pretty much never read about him. Did you pretty much have a smooth time of it in Europe? Did you cause any trouble while you were there?
There was a little. We had some beef. We had.
You had some beef?
Yeah, we had some.
Help me with the young lingo.
Well, that means
we enjoyed some beef. Yes. What does that mean?
No, we
had a beef.
We had a few sparks along the way. We were in this a small Italian village, and one of my buddies had found this really cute girl who had a broken leg in several places, so she really couldn't move. Mm-hmm. And we were all drinking.
Was
a
she?
lot.
I mean, but was it in a cast or was she like literally lying in the?
Yeah. She was in a cast, but they had propped her up in a booth, so she was like this all night. And so they hooked up and they started kissing in the bar, and so he decided he wanted to take her back to this because we had rented a villa. It was this beautiful villa in Italy, and so he wanted to take her back, and Italy. And,
right.
And so we tried.
Yeah, just all you have to do is go Italy.
Put her in a wheelbarrow.
Well, that's basically what happened. So he scoops her up in this bar.
Right. And starts carrying her out
of the bar.
Right.
And about every guy in the village showed up to stop us from taking this woman.
Because they thought you may be taking her against her will.
Well, she wanted to go, but they thought, you can't take. So we had 40 guys pull up in this car, and of course we had been drinking tequila all night, and so we thought she should come with us, and they didn't.
What?
They
You didn't challenge any. What did you do?
Well, the entire, yeah.
How much tequila did you have?
A lot.
Where you're taking on a village.
Yeah, a lot of tequila.
I think I can take this village.
Well, it was a whole standoff, and the women got involved, and it ended up like, this second-story window. These old people had opened up their shutters and were throwing out buckets of water onto the street, and it was like a Michael Jackson video.
Is that how they?
I don't know,
That's how they settle fights in this village?
Yeah.
Is they just pour water on you?
Pretty much. And you know what? It worked because we went home without the girl.
Now, I've noticed that I don't think I see you in the tabloids.
No.
And you're a successful actor. People know who you are. Do you lead kind of a boring, normal life? Are you happy with not being in the tabloids?
You know, I personally kind of have this theory that if you make the tabloids, you're a success.
Right, right.
I mean, if you get yourself in trouble,
Right.
like, I'm generally speaking, like the most normal guy. I play a lot of chess.
There was that time, yeah, you tried to fight the village.
Yeah, well, I mean, to kill ya.
Yeah, right.
It's fine.
Right.
You know, I play like chess, Dungeons and Dragons. I like this thing called reading. It's a strange kind of phenomenon, books. But yeah, so I have this theory that if I were to like, you know, become addicted to some kind of like great drug and go to rehab and then come out, I'd be a huge success.
So are you thinking about this?
I'm
Do you have
thinking like a good, like, you know, I don't know, come up with like fem or something.
the diet drug?
Yeah, something.
That is the lamest thing I have ever heard. I just over-dieted on fen-phen. I checked into Betty Ford. I was taking too much St. John's wort, you know.
It's a theory. I didn't say
I've got a huge problem with oregano. I need help. What are you talking about? I mean, we'll help you. We'll come up with one. We'll have our writers write you the
it's like
scandal.
a fight. It's just go and pick a fight. Like grab like James Vanderbeek and just hit him.
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Why does that get people applauding?
Yeah,
You know,
like, hey,
really popular, pretty nice guy. I've heard.
nice
He was
guy.
just here Friday. You could have run out here and
Crack
just.
his nose. I have nothing against Vanderbeek. I'm just saying he's like the nicest guy in Hollywood.
You have nothing
Nice
against
guy.
him, but you just threw his name out.
Hollywood death match.
Yeah.
Nice guy beating the crap out of another nice guy.
Yeah. Well, you work on that, and then
Roll
promise
Tony
me.
Curtis in the back.
Roll Tony Curtis? You.
Got beat.
No, he doesn't want beef with you, my friend. What you need to do is you need to go out and have your scandal. And if you want to take on Vanderbeek, we're not going to stop you. But then you need to, the first talk show you come on after the scandal is this one.
Right on.
Don't want to see you on one of those 11:30 shows saying, I'm over it, I've apologized to Vanderbeek, you know.
I'll get video footage.
I'm off fen-phen. You come on this
show.
You come on this show and talk about it.
Emaciated white kid.
You know what you should do? You should take too much fen-phen and then fight Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you. Oh. That I'm looking forward to. It's always fun having you here. The movie She's All That opens next Friday. Matthew, thanks for making the time, and good luck on the scandal.
Thank you.
Good. Matthew Lillard, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Patti Smith. All right, folks, my next guest is one of rock and roll's most enduring figures, cited as a major influence by such varied artists as Michael Stipe, Bono of U2, and Courtney Love. Her latest album is Peace and Love, and she also has a new book out. It's called Patti Smith Complete. Please welcome Patti Smith. So,
Hi, everybody.
first of all, yeah? Noise.
Noise.
Noise
Peace
is
and
good.
noise.
Peace and noise. Did I get it wrong? What did I say?
Peace and love, but love's good too.
But I believe in peace and love, baby. You got a problem with peace and love? I like my title. Peace and Noise. Check out Peace and Noise.
Maybe
My
we'll
apologies.
sell more with your title.
Don't bet on it. I got to tell people how this happened. I bump into you on an airplane, and we start talking. You said, I really want to come on the show. And I thought, well, you want to come on to...
I begged.
You begged, which no one does, by the way, you know? It's usually the other way around. It's me, you know, cornering Nipsey Russell, please. And you said, I want to come on the show, and I thought, she wants to come and sing, she wants to come and read her poetry. She said, no, I just want to come out and be a guest. And I get your book, and I start looking through the book, and the first photograph that I see...
It's taken so long.
I know, but listen, this is interesting. The first photograph I see is a photo of Johnny Carson, who it turns out is your hero.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And I never thought that Johnny Carson would be your hero. I mean, he's a hero to a lot of people, but I didn't realize that that would be you.
Yeah.
You give me a hard time about taking too long.
No.
I shut up.
Sorry.
And
I'm
you
really
leave.
Sorry. No, I really apologize.
No.
I'm really excited to be here, and usually I talk a real lot, and I'm a really good talker, and I've been wanting to be on television for like 2 decades now, and I've been fantasizing it since I was in high school, and I even thought, you know, eventually, like, I would come on the show and I'd be a really good talker and say really cool things and be really funny, and then finally I would get your desk and I would take over the talk show, and now I'm here and I can't, I'm
rooting for you now. First of all, we have someone who's excited to be here, first of all, which is very cool.
No, I am excited. I think being on TV with, I mean, there's all these people here, and we're all live, and we're all looking at each other, and then, later on tonight, there's going to be like a couple of million people watching, and
not a couple of million. We gotta talk.
Maybe I should rename your show. That's good.
I think maybe you should be sitting here. Yeah.
No matter how many people are, it's really exciting.
No, it is a couple million. It's cool. Yeah.
Is that Johnny over there?
Yeah, we got pictures of Johnny.
Well,
and
how come you never show that wall? That's really a nice wall. You have Jack Parr.
Right.
Johnny.
Right. Dave's over there. And
Dave, and who's that guy? I can't...
we don't know. No, that's Steve Allen without his glasses.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Excuse me. Yeah.
No, that's okay. You know, what...
You should show that wall. That's a very honorable wall.
Show the wall, please, Liz. We just thought if we shot the wall a lot, that maybe after a while that would get boring, but we should work it in a little bit.
Show Johnny's picture in there.
Well, this is you know what? Yeah, I want to show this.
Well, I really wanted a picture of Johnny there because he was.
Look, I've never seen this picture of him before because
no,
it's a really cool picture of him. He looks like he's like 19 years old here.
Yep.
And you actually have said that Johnny Carson was an inspiration in your performing. Is that true?
Well, yeah.
What aspect?
Well, when I used to watch Johnny on TV in the 60s, the thing that I thought was really great was how he could bail out of any situation. And, well, I already read it in the book, so it's sort of redundant, but it's how I feel about him. He was like a human parachute, just bail out anything. And, you know, the way that he spars with people and hecklers, and he always comes up, you know, like a gentleman, and one cooler or one funnier than the person who's bugging him. And I took I took a lot of that attitude with me when I had to perform for the many thousands of people who wanted me off the stage that I was on. So,
Well, what he was, I guess, most famous for is if the crowd wasn't going for what he was saying in his monologue, he could make the joke not working really funny.
Yeah.
And you feel like you use that in your performances?
well, yeah. I mean, I think about, you know, he had a lot of courage, and I just try not to be afraid, and he was a great improviser, you know, if he could, you know, if things weren't going very good, like right now, he'd know what to do.
I think this is going really well. You don't think this is going well? I mean, we love having you here.
I'm just...
Someone get Johnny on the phone and find out what we should do.
I have to tell you, I was really shocked to hear all the cursing going on this show, really.
You've been missing out.
Boy,
That's the way it is here every night.
that's why they kept me off of TV for 20 years, afraid I was going to say a curse word, and I finally get on TV, and there's cursing all over the place. Jeez.
It is pretty ironic that the night you're here, it pretty much is kind of disgusting, yeah. Well, that's what it's been like. It's changed a great deal. Is this something like, could you see yourself having your own show like this? Would you want to do it now?
All the time.
Would you still want to do it?
You mean this moment?
Well, why don't you come over here and sit behind the desk when we go to commercial? You want to do it? Let's feel it out. Come on. You sit there. Okay, rule number 1, Patti, you're not allowed to do that. That's... I've watched this show.
It's my desk now, baby.
Yeah.
I can do what I want.
Well, you know what? We're out of...
My personality changes totally when I get behind the desk.
Mine, too.
Yeah, see, now you feel as lame as I did a few minutes ago.
I pretty much feel that way a lot. Do you, we got to go to commercial right now, so why don't you do it? Why don't you thank me for being here?
Conan, I want to thank you for coming. You begged me on the plane to come, and I told you to go in the bathroom, but you... So anyway, we'll be back. We'll be back.